Nintendo is an awful company. They have truly become the purest form of cancer in this entire industry, and here's why.
Obviously, we've been talking a lot about the Switch 2, and unfortunately, not everything involving the system has been positive. You have more expensive hardware, you have more expensive software.
One more reason they have to charge you more for less.
Okay, let's talk. So, Nintendo. Specifically, the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't normally talk about hot debates or stuff like that, popular things, or politics normally. I try to stay pretty clean off that because I know how bad it could be for someone. And Nintendo Switch 2. The announcement for that came out recently, and some outrageous price points with a lot of flaws that really should not be a concern for a company as big as Nintendo. First of all, Switch 2, $450. You know, standard for a console. Except the Switch 2 is getting features that were made pretty much the next big thing back in 2018. In 2020 even. 4K HDR, sure, that's like bare minimum for a console now. That's practically what they do. 120 FPS, sure, yeah. Now it's a modern console. It's next gen. But that's not where my concern is. It's how greedy Nintendo is. If you want to play your old Switch 1 games in this new high-tech, high-definition stuff, such as Zelda, Breath of the Wild, $20. Fork it the fuck up. If you don't fork it up, well, I guess you can't play your Switch 1 game on the Switch 2. And just how bad it is. There's so much to talk about here, and I don't want to make this a long video. I want to make this short, sweet, to the point. The Nintendo Switch 2 has so many flaws. First of all, you know how the Wii came with Wii Sports and other games that introduced you to the console and what they did? The Nintendo Switch has that. It is called Nintendo Switch. I don't know what it's called even, but it's $10. $10 to know the base features of the system and what it does. And it's not even like a long-term game you'll play, probably. It's like Astrobot for the PS4. And with the Switch 2, games are $80. Now, sure, for some people that's not a problem. For casual gamers, that's the Switch's main market. Casual gamers, they're getting completely effed from the price. I.e., like, oh, yo, this cool game's like $60. I don't know if it's worth it, but sure, I'll get it. I'll try it. Oh my god, this game is $80? Dude, I don't have enough money for that. I got bills to pay. I got groceries. I have rent. And the games don't go on sale. So, like, with Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, oh man, this game is like $60. Alright, I'll wait for it to go on sale later on, and then I'll buy it. And you're happy when it goes on sale and you get to buy it. With Switch 2, that's not the case. Nintendo never puts their games on sale. Never. And if they do, it is a minor scale. Minor sale, I mean. Let's talk about some of the paywalls. With the Switch 2, there comes a new button. The C button. What is the C button, you ask? It is an online chat. Specifically, a video call with sub 10 FPS streaming and a separate microphone. No, not a separate microphone. A camera you have to buy online. God, I'm yawning. And let me turn this on. It's locked behind Nintendo Switch Online. Unlike PS4 or PSN or your PS Plus or Microsoft Game Pass. Nintendo Switch Online is not that worth it unless you are a frequent online player, such as like Smash Online or Mario Kart Online. Problem with that is they don't have much to offer. They don't have games that you can get for free. They don't have streaming services that so you can play your games no matter where you are from the cloud. They don't even give you like DLC even. They barely give you DLC, and it's like 3 things for the original Nintendo Switch Online, and it's $20 for it. $20 just to use a button on your Joy-Con. And also, funny little thing, Nintendo, the creator or the monster of patents and copyrights, they basically ripped Discord's UI for the chat feature. Yeah. Not to mention they're region locking the Switch, so if you want to use it in any other country, you're completely effed. And in Japan, they're making it cheaper, and hell, it might even be above $450 in America for tariffs. I can tell you that is not what's happening, because I'm pretty sure Steam, Gabe Newell literally said he was going to just let the company tank the tariffs and keep the prices the same. And the Switch 2 is worse than the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck comes with Linux, which leads to emulators, your Steam library, meaning you can access it from PC or from your Steam Deck. It's $400 for the base version, which is already $50 less than the Switch, and comes with 256 gigs of memory, just like the Nintendo Switch 2. And many more buttons to use, no online subscription needed for playing online, and it's one of the most highly modifiable consoles on the market. You see where the Switch 2 is not as good at this, right? And then also, physical games. So, like a Switch cartridge. I'm looking around for one, but I can't find it. But, so, how you'd insert Smash Bros. Into, like, your Switch? Yeah, no, not happening. Not anymore. It is now a game keycard, giving you access to play the game. It doesn't have the software on it. It has the data needed to download that software. Meaning Nintendo, if they wanted to, they could just up and yoink, there's your game, buddy. Bye-bye. And game sharing apparently only allows you to share a game up to 14 days with a friend if you give them the key card. I'm a little pissed off about this. I wasn't planning on buying the Switch 2 anyways, but I just think everybody needs to get this message out, and quick. Because the Switch 2 is legitimately a big thing. There are going to be so many people buying it, and that's just going to incentivize Nintendo and other companies, because raising the prices to $80 and $90 raises the ceiling for all games. Meaning, you're not just going to see a $60 Call of Duty anymore. You're going to see a $90 Call of Duty, because they can get away with it. They're Call of Duty. Why not? They're already greedy enough, and there's people still playing. Granted, not as much. But, oh, fuck it. $90, buddy. Pay up. And you also get microtransactions, buddy. Yeah. And, God, there's so many ands and buts and things involved in this conversation. And it's not even conversation. I'm just talking to you right here. You. Yeah. God, so much saying this. I believe Nintendo is stepping too far out of the line right now. And not to mention, other companies have tried this. Microsoft tried this years ago. There's a reason why they're so much more consumer friendly now. If you disrespect the gamer, then they don't have to pay you money. And if we can show that to Nintendo, maybe they might start becoming a better company and doing things more in both our favors, instead of trying to be the money-hungry, power-hungry corporation that they are. Boycott Nintendo. Okay? Please. If you want your games to be normal, then do it, please. Okay? This is all I ask of people watching this video. I don't know if this is even going to get pushed out to the algorithm. I'm just... That was my TED Talk / rant. Man, this world is screwed up. I'm 16 and I shouldn't even be talking about this stuff, man. With... God, America is so screwed, and just everything is so screwed. I'm barely gonna edit this too. Just give it an interesting intro. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.